morning to all. In last video we discussed about the principle of the machine and the relationship between the ideal machine and the actual machine. In this topic we discussed about the relationship between efficiency, mechanical advantage and the velocity ratio. Suppose a machine overcomes a load L by the application of an effort E in time t. Let the displacement of effort be dl and de, and the displacement of the load is dl. As we know that the work input is equal to effort into displacement of effort, and work output is equal to load into displacement of the loads. So then efficiency is equal to work output over work input. So we can say efficiency is equal to L into dl over E into de, or we can say L over E into dl over de, or L over E into 1 over de over dl, or equal to, we know that L over E is the mechanical advantage, already written here. So in place of L over E you can write a mechanical advantage into, this is equal to the de over dl is the velocity ratio. So mean over velocity ratio. This, or we can say that mechanical advantage is equal to efficiency into velocity ratio is your relations. So the mechanical advantage of machine is equal to the product of its efficiency and the velocity ratio. It's remember that for an ideal machine, work output is equal to the work input. So the efficiency is equal to the 1. But in actual practice, mechanical advantage for all practical machine is always less than 1. So now we will start the topic lever. Lever. Levers are the simplest kind of machine used in our daily life. So we can say that a lever is a rigid, straight bar which is capable of turning about a fixed axis, turning about a fixed axis. So the axis about which the lever turns faces a rough point of the lever which is called the fulcrum. It is generally marked by the F. The point does not move but remains fixed when this lever is in use. So principle of a lever, or we can say mechanical advantage of lever. If you consider a rod AB, its one end is the effort and one end is load, and center which is the fixed is called its fulcrum, and this type lever is called first class lever. Fulcrum to A is called effort arm, and from fulcrum to B point to, or we can say to the load, is called load arm. If the fixed end is at one point, at the center is load, and here is the effort. This is first class lever. This one is the second class lever. If the load is at the one end, fulcrum is one end, and effort is at the center. Effort is at center. This is called third class lever. So a lever works on the principle of movements according to which at equilibrium position of the lever. So mean there is the clockwise movement of the load about the fulcrum is always equal to anti-clockwise movement of the effort. This is the principle of movement. Clockwise movement of load is equal to anti-clockwise movement of effort. Anti-clockwise movement of effort. So overall we can say that mechanical advantage equal to effort arm of FA over load arm of FB. So thus the mechanical advantage of lever is equal to the ratio of the length of its effort arm to the length of the load arm. So effort arm is equal to, if the effort arm is equal to the load arm, then mechanical advantage is equal to 1. If effort arm is greater than the load arm, then mechanical advantage is greater than 1. If effort arm is less than the load arm, then the mechanical advantage is less than 1. In next video we will discuss about the kinds of the levers, mean in detail about the first lever, second lever, third lever with examples. So I again ordered to the students now that complete their exercise and send me the notes. Only 2-3 students, just as one Tej, only one Tej student of the 10th class, Tejveer Singh, make the notes and send me on my personal. Other one all are sleeping, and it is harmful to your studies. You will be the culprit yourself. You are losing your time also. So after solving the exercise, send me notes on the WhatsApp number 981403319. Now in next video, I specially mention the name which students are not doing the homework. Thank you.